All right. Well, a little bit of take two here, but welcome back. We're going a bit more through the expansion of the save system, the saving and loading. So a little bit of a tag on from last time. This time we've got sort of some save slots, sort of beginning to the prototype. And if we just hop in, we can take a look. So when we click load now, we get our save slots. Click an empty one and nothing happens. But if we click this one here, which has a time code from when it was saved, click that and we're loaded into the game. Now you might notice that the UI is actually functioning now, which is good. I mentioned last time that I wasn't really sure why the UI wasn't updating, and we figured that out. So let's take a look at why that was happening. So we come back to the player. There is something going on when I'm deleting nodes that I'll need to go back and figure out what I'm doing wrong, because there is definitely something incorrect happening. Because when I delete the player, it's not removing the reference to the player that's in the group. It's still in the group when it's removed. And I tried using is queued for deletion to remove it from group, and that was like never firing. So clearly that I'm removing nodes incorrectly, and I need to figure out how to do it properly. But for right now, our solution is to just clear out the player group when a player is loaded. So then it adds itself to the player list after that. So the new player, when it loads, it clears the old player out, loads itself into the player group, and we're able to get the UI to sync up properly. Something else that I was able to sort of clean up, speaking of duct tape, I made some duct tape, I removed some duct tape. So down here, I would have had a lot of things where before where if I was having initialization issues, I was just hard delaying like 0.1, 0.2 seconds just to get code to work. And this, of course, is a non-optimal strategy. So we're doing call deferred, and we're able to take some of the stuff that was that needed to be delayed until after certain things were fully initialized. And now we've moved them down to the bottom of the frame. So now it's going to be way more efficient, and we don't have to worry about creating all kinds of weird desync issues. So, or synchronization issues. So yeah. As far as what we've got going on over here, there's sort of a lot going on. So if we go down to our save function, right? Right now I have just it storing a line of metadata. So this is just test stuff right now. This is just to kind of have something to pull to make sure I know how to do it. And then next time, the hope would be to get this to the point where this is actually populated with data in real time. And so we have the time and then the path to the save file that's being pulled, which is important. We're going to need those. Yeah. And then if we come up to here, so this is what loads the save slots, our csaves function. So when this loads, it's going to go ahead and check the metadata. So it's going to go through, and for our save data, it's going to look for our only save file. We're going to be expanding this to make this, a whole bunch of them. But for right now, it's just the one. And then it's going to go ahead and so the save slots, so each of those save slot buttons that you saw in the previous menu are adding themselves to the save slot things, as we're going to go through, and for each of them, we're going to update a few of them. So for right now, we're going to make sure that they connect their button presses to load game. Now, they only emit a signal when they actually have a save file to point to. If they don't, they do nothing when you click them. If they do, then they send the file path to load along with the signal. But the way we pull the data is right down here, or get metadata. You'll see here, you know, we have that listed here as variable save data. And then we come down here, and so we get the file path, which you can see is listed here. We're passing it through as an argument. And basically this pulls that first line that we saved, with this contains all of our data that tells us what's in the save file. So the player knows what they're loading. Pretty important. And then this returns a dictionary of that data, and we just kind of, you know, give that basically to our save slot button. Load it. So yeah, so right here you'll see this is where we take that data and we actually we take the data and we implement it in the way it needs to be implemented. So we go through the metadata dictionary, and then we go through key by key. Like right now we're looking for matching text and matching path. So we just, you know, we take the text, which the text is going to be our time, so the time it was saved, and then the file path is going to be our path, so we know, you know, where we're going. Because so basically we read that file, and then it's going to store where to look for the save file, so that later on when we press the button, it'll emit the load this signal with the path. So yeah, thank you for watching. We've come a long way, and this has been a really interesting experience for someone who is very, very new to scripting. I've not done any scripting outside of like maybe a little bit of like, you know, few basic batch files when I was a young lad. Now I'm nearly 40 and going through and learning GDScript just sort of out of the blue. We're about 9 weeks in, 10 weeks in, something like that. I think we're about 10 weeks in. So yeah, thank you so much, and hope you look forward to yeah, see you in the next one. So we're coming up on the kind of 3-month, you know, anniversary, the 12-weeker. So I think we'll do something a little special for that. But next week we'll just have to see what's in store. So thank you.